Hey folks, Mike Kelly 7 here, and I am dealing with my recovery phase, as you can see, and I thought I might share a little bit of it with you, since a lot of you are wondering how I'm doing. Hang on just a sec, I'm going to put this facing forward somehow, so that you can all listen to me as I roll here. I decided I'm going to go out to the bike for a minute here. Show you some of the damage. Oops. As you can see, my leg is still not happy. Won't be happy for a while. I don't need as many Percocets as they said I would, which I suppose is a good thing. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way here. Well, how am I going to do this? Hang on a sec. I'm thinking. Overcome, improvise, adapt. Alright, hopefully you can see something as I'm going through here. It's probably too dark anyway. Maybe I'll cut this part out. This entire scene might be too dark since it's going to be in the garage here. I'm wheeling over to the garage because I can't hold the camera and film while I'm also crutching. Alright, turn on some lights here, and put those out there. Everything, when you're in a wheelchair and crutches and things from a bum leg, you gotta plan your moves. I have learned that. You gotta lock the wheelchair. Lock the wheelchair. That doesn't go skitting out on you. Alright. Heading down the stairs here real quick. To do that, I have to figure out how to do that. I had PT help me out here. Hopefully you won't witness a fall. One leg at a time. One leg only. With crutches. As a brace. Alright. There's the bike. Looking pretty normal, right? I can't really see any overt damage or obvious damage. There's me. You can see some obvious damage too. Wait, I need to put both of these down now. I don't want to go tumbling as I talk to you. Alright, let me just position these crutches here on the bag. Ah, yes. That's not an advertisement for motorcycling, is it? It should be, though. They really gotta put some kind of, every once in a while, some kind of picture up saying, hey, this is danger. So you don't get complacent. There's my pesky. Ever since my injury, he has stayed with me. He will not leave my side. What are you doing, Mr. Pesky? Are you staying right with me, huh? You staying right by me? You a good boy. He's a good boy. Alright, so, let me show you what happened. As I sit here, can you see me? I hope the light's not too crazy. And you might not be able to see this very well. But anyway, see that dark area there? That's not a shadow. That's a serious, serious scrape. I'm probably going to have to replace that bar right there, that crash bar. And then here on my saddlebag guardrail, you see that dark line? That's not a shadow. At least part of it's not a shadow. I'll try to brighten this up on the editing. That's another scratch line. It ends right about here. And it goes to right about there. So that's some damage. I got dust, that's it. No other scrapage here. I did scrape here underneath my footboard. And let's see. What else is there? Oh yeah, this over here. I scraped that pretty bad on that crash bar. And you can see the dust. See the dust there? from the parking lot. Scraped this, I think, somewhere. No, not really too bad. I think that's from years ago. I'm just scraped it from the twists and turns of life, but I also scraped that pretty decently. But that's it. The handlebars did not scrape, you'll notice. No scrapage on the handlebars. Mirror's fine. Tank is fine. Nothing at all, as far as I could see. I'm looking for where my foot got stuck and twisted. Now, I'm not sure if my foot, as the bike went down, I'm not sure if my foot got stuck and twisted out this way or if it twisted in that way. I don't know. I'll go back to the crash scene and look at how the bike physically spun and see if I can figure it out for you guys. But the pain has been not unbearable. The embarrassment has. And the difficult part of this has been that I got complacent. I got really complacent. I put on new tires, and they said, make sure you scuff them in. I said, yeah, okay. And I don't do any extreme riding. I figured I'll be all right. I don't do any extreme riding. So I rode them, home, and then I rode them to school a couple of days, and then rode them to the night job that one time. And I just wasn't thinking, I come out of the job at 9:30 at night, and it was cold. It was probably in the 40s, and the tire hadn't been ridden much, not scuffed in really. And the tire was cold, sitting there for 4 hours. Yeah. And off I go, right? Not thinking about how the tire hasn't been scuffed, and it's a lot that has gravel in it. I should have realized that. Should have thought about that when I left. Didn't think about the road conditions. Didn't think about my bike conditions, and I just took off. And being that I'm more confident than I really should have been, given the conditions, I leaned into a turn probably too hard, and the bike just went right over. And you can see here, maybe, I don't know, you probably can't see it at all, but that's the scrape line on the tire. It just scraped on the black part of the tire. It did not mess up any of my beautiful white wall, as you can see. Isn't that weird? So there's that, feeling like I got complacent and stupid. And it's really easy for you to break your leg in a horrible fashion, going only 10 to 15 miles an hour on your bike. So, I don't know. It makes you wonder. I love this motorcycle, and I love riding. But I do have more than myself to consider. I have my wife, and I have my responsibilities, my job, and I don't know. I'm wondering, for the next 3 months, I'll be seriously weighing whether or not I should get back on. Because if I can make such a stupid mistake this time, what's to stop me from making it next time? Besides the fact that I have this terrible lesson to teach me. So I'm thinking about it. Just thinking about it. Weighing it. I'm way leaning more on the side of riding again, but I have to give it some serious thought. And it is a painful, hard lesson to learn. Rob, you were right. It is. Oh, look at that. I did do some other damage. I don't know if you can see that there. There's some damage. Yeah. And there might be damage on the other side that I haven't seen, but I fell on the right side of the bike, so I'm expecting all the damage will be on the right side. I could be wrong. I don't think anything is loose. No. All right, then there's other news. As I was sitting in the hospital, something happened, and I'm going to share this with you because you're my friends, and I hope you'll understand if I get a little bit emotional. I'm laying there in the bed in the hospital, and I've got tubes sticking out of my arms. I got morphine drip. I got a saline bag, and my mouth is real dry, and I have a terrible taste in it. And it reminds me an awful lot of my father when he was in hospice care, and he had the same thing. He had morphine for his breathing, and it tasted terrible in his mouth. It just creates a terrible taste in your mouth, even though you get it intravenously. And the mouth is really dry, and we kept giving him Pepsi. He wanted Pepsi, 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 and I kept saying, I want a Diet Pepsi. Give me a Diet Pepsi. And it hit me that I was wearing the same basic clothes he was wearing. I was in the same kind of blanket, same kind of bed, same setup, with the same desire, and my tongue weakly getting for the straw as I was drinking the stuff, and I burst into tears because I saw everything again that my dad went through, and that was really hard. But in a way it was good, because I hadn't really cried yet after my dad died. So I had a good long cry, and maybe it took this to happen to finally allow me to grieve. I don't know. They say everything happens for a reason, right? So I'm feeling pretty stupid and regretful of my stupidity. And let this be a lesson to everybody else. Don't get complacent. You know, don't be me. I don't want to see anybody else go through this. So, ride safe, everybody. And thank you for all your support. I appreciate it. And I will be talking to you later.